My fellow keyboardists and musicians, I've been musing on the topic, when is enough enough? A whole lot of these keyboards I would love to take home with me. That one, that's for sure. The PSR SX920, that's for sure. Not so much the lower end ones. That's a DGX 670. I bought that one because when I heard it, I just fell in love with it and had to go home with that one. Got some other keyboards here and there. That's another nice one I would like to go home with. That one. The Mod X8 Plus. And there's the Roland Phantom. Can't say no to that. Here's a synth called a Take 5. It's got some really nice sounds. But my friends, again, the question is, when is enough enough? When should one not buy? And it just begs the question, will all the keyboards make a difference to my music if I buy them? And the answer is no. Not every keyboard will make a difference to your music, but some keyboards will make a difference to your sound, and some keyboards will resonate and connect with you more than others. Some keyboards will force you to bring your wallet out and part with your dough. But I can tell you it's not every keyboard. For me, for a keyboard to resonate to the point that I buy it, it has to have a collection, a suite of sounds. Not just one sound, but a suite of sounds and a palette that resonates with me. That's number one. And number two, I must like the appearance. I love the appearance of this one. I love the red. I love the build. The words, the finish. That's another thing. Apart from Nord, Korg is good at that as well. The appearance of the keyboard, it resonates. So palette of sounds, appearance, and then of course, more than anything else, it's the functionality. Functionality is key. And when you're thinking about functionality, you should also ask the question, can I get this in a DAW? Or can I get this in a VST? One of the things I love to do when I come here is go over to the VST collection on here. And on this computer, we have a ton of the renowned Trillion sounds, the really awesome Trillion sounds. And I'm talking about none other than the Omnisphere, the Keyscape, the Trillion, that whole family, under the Spectrasonics umbrella. Really, really lovely sounds. And I have to be honest, the Trillion and the other sounds in this family, they do a lot of good to my sounds like nothing else. The Trillion especially. When you talk about the Trillion, the caliber of sounds on that thing, oh my goodness. The caliber of sounds, you've got the sounds of John Patitucci, the sampling of John Patitucci, you've got the sampling of Laboriel, you've got the sampling of Marcus Miller. Tell me that will make a difference to my sound. Of course it does make a huge difference. So my musings on, buying equipment, buying instruments, it has to make a difference. It has to make a difference to my sound. It has to elevate my playing in some way, which is why I haven't bought a number of the keyboards you see me feature. Trust me, if I really wanted to buy them, I would. But I believe that some of these companies have more in them. They got better, and I'm waiting for the better to come out from some of them. This is an example of a keyboard that I love very much, but to be quite honest, there's not a whole lot of difference in my mind between this and my Motif XF8. There's not a whole lot of difference. And some of the other keyboards I feature on the channel, they're nice, they're awesome, but again, I'm not able to sequence the way I'm used to sequencing on them. I use a lot of Korg sequencers. I'm able to sequence on my Oasis, my Trident, but when it comes to some other keyboards in the Korg family, I have a little bit of trouble navigating. So that's why I don't buy every single one that I have. And I also buy some mini keyboards, which I can throw in the bag and travel with and things like that. The PSR SX920 is a great keyboard, but again, it doesn't encourage me to buy it. Not because of the sound. The sounds are great, the functionality is good, but I know that there's more to it. There's more in it. I know Yamaha have got more in it. And apart from that, the keys are not weighted. When I really love a keyboard, I want the keys to be weighted. So we've been talking about the Genos 2 for a while. The Genos 2 doesn't have weighted keys, so that's already ruled out. I mean, I can't spend $5,000 on a keyboard and you don't give me a weighted key version. Are you kidding? So that's already out of the window, even though I love the sounds. Love the sounds on this as well. You see me feature the PA5X. Love the PA5X sounds. The cup trumpet, the jazz guitar, the flute, the Latin flute, those drive me crazy. And I've got like 3 sounds I love on that keyboard. The styles, they're not bad, but it doesn't compel me to buy it. It doesn't compel me to buy it. When I buy a keyboard, I also love to be able to run circles around the sequencing capability of it, because while I love the styles, I love creating mine. And I'm not able to do that on those keyboards. Now, on the flip side, the DGX 670, I have learned how to run circles around this keyboard in terms of programming my own styles, my own rhythms, and just programming a song. So those are some of my musings, my friends, when I buy keyboards or when I don't. In the very beginning, I had a lot of trouble with the PA5X. I just couldn't reconcile its price with its sounds until I started digging a little bit deeper, and I realized all around it's not a bad keyboard after all. And some keyboards are like that. You just have to spend time mining to find the gold. And when you do find the gold, you buy. For me, I hadn't played a whole lot of the Oasis. I had played a little bit of it, and I'd seen Herbie Hancock play it. And just that tiny bit of experience I had with the Oasis, I knew I had to buy it. I just had to. So that's a little bit of my musings when it comes to music and keyboards and DAWs and VSTs. There's a method to my madness. There's a method to me getting what I get. And you've seen me feature the Go keys, portability. And apart from the portability, the sounds are pretty crazy, especially when you realize it's a $499 keyboard. That's what keeps me going with these keyboards. That's what keeps me searching for these diamonds in the rough. All right, my friends, I hope that helped. Talk to you soon.